Know Thyself, human design, divine design. These are all kind of concepts, but knowing ourselves is the way we can change the world, because when we know ourselves, the change we do in ourselves, becoming more and more light, more and more awake, this is the true change that really spread. So we work in consciousness and we go beyond the human patterning, the human program. And human design is interesting, and I have only gone into it the last couple of months, but not so deep, even though I checked out my profile. I'm a manifestor generator with a profile 3-5, and when I saw because I'm born in November and all my chart, what it said, it is the way that I was until I transformed in the shift of 2018-2019. Then I really opened my heart, and I lived from an open heart beyond the programming. But I had some drop to the old. So I remember 2019, it was kind of hard, because I lived with an open heart and took in everything, and I hadn't the strength. I had the strength, but I felt so much. So I remember I cried a lot, and it was, to really radically live with open heart, it is a shift, totally shift. And I have said yes to help people to live this divine design. And this summer I listened to a podcast, Next Level Soul podcast with Alex Ferrari, and he interviewed the astrology Deborah Silverman. And she is deep into chart and not human design, but it's almost some of the same. And they spoke about going beyond the chart. And this is the divine design. So I called it the divine design because in January 2015, I met my divine design. Divine design, you can also call divine design God, because it is the source of us. All of us have a source. So I call our source divine design. It is the innate light of us. So when I met in January in 2015, it was so big that I said, I cannot be that. Because if I was kind of God's source, creating everything, and everything's kind of up to me, I have to take total responsibility for what I am. Everything I taught, all the program, all my life was an illusion, and I wasn't ready to fully embody it. So I said, no. And then, because I was in hypnotherapy, and when I met this, and it was Steve Burgess that guided me, and he said to me, do you think that you are the only one that experienced this? And I said, I don't know, I don't care, but this is too much. I cannot be God. I wasn't ready to be God. Now I am ready to be God. And I invite other people to become gods. So that's why I made Divinity Reset, because we reset, and the 6 first module you reset, and then from 7 to 13 you kind of activate the new human, as I also call Homo Luminous. But it is interesting to go into human design, because we then, this is my energetic blueprint, because it gives us the energetic blueprint that we create our illusion through. And we need this structure, because we need structure to be in physical life. So we set up structure so that we can create the life on Mother Earth. But we are now invited in to kind of go beyond and know our essence, know that the God is there, but we all have God's source within. So divine design, when I met it, it was like, within me I have God. And it was like, I couldn't take it. But so it is something to know something. You can read it, or you can hear someone tell you something, but to really embody it and live as it, that's the big shift. And more people live as divine design. In Divine Design podcast, a lot of people already live as divine design. Colin Whitby, Verle, De Brock, Santari, and several other that I interview have all go out of their kind of human design, and they create whatever they want to create. They know that they are source. They know how to create the dream life they want. So I invite you to do the same, because when we talk about Homo Luminous and New Earth and all this, it is already happening. It is easy to think it's in the future. It's already happening. So the New Earth is here. So you are invited to live as the New Earth. Living as the New Earth, you listen to Mother Earth's rhythm. I love just laying down and listen to Mother Nature's rhythm, and then I adjust to her rhythm, and I am synchronized with the divine part of me and Mother Earth. Because we have, if we speak about duality, the most important duality is the physical form, Mother Earth, and the universal source, divine design of us. So how to bring our divine design into physical form. And when you come here, you don't need to create. You can just radiate. So I can just radiate, but I love to create. It's like, yeah, I make some movies, I make some module, and I enjoying it. I sing when I only for myself, and I do a lot of things, and I dance, but it's nothing that I offer to other. So the most important for me when you live from this place is just to radiate, because you hold it. And what I have seen this summer is another layer of how people come in balance just by me being there. And if you listen to it, you are also a light being, and we need each other. We need collaboration, and because walking that path, it can be hard, because my way was a wounded healer, and being a wounded healer, I have lived with so much. I live with a pain body, and it is kind of ironic that I now can say that, oh, it was an illusion. So I have grown through my illusion, the human design illusion, and now living as an awakened soul, creating my own life. Like being here on Jegervannet, Lyngen, this is, for me, it is heaven on earth. I came here yesterday, and when I drove here, when I came between the mountains, it's kind of the Link Alps, my tears started to flood, and the hair on my hands like rise. I'm home. So I love being everywhere. I can be everywhere, but being here, it's like, yeah, it is so special. And I have had, yeah, epiphany is one way, and there are so many ways, and epiphanies and going out of the mind is the most important, because when we live through our divine design, we live through our heart-centered symphony, and life just flows through us. If you see a plant, if you see an animal, you see that they are so in flow. So that is what we are invited to do. And I have made a podcast with Jesper about human design. He had been in divine design several years. So if you haven't watched this episode, that is released the 7th of September, you are invited to listen to this, and also to visit the homepage Divine Design about human design and the information there, and maybe you can recognize it in you, and you can use it as a way to know yourself better, because when you know yourself better, then you help your family, you help everyone. You become a radiant source of godness, of source. So you are invited to really step up living as source. And with those words, I wish you the best autumn, winter life. Bye bye.